On today's live daily news, we tell you why the Houston Heart was shut down this afternoon, more progress has been made on College Hills, and find out how you can celebrate 420 here in town the legal way. Plus, Sarah Ross with Fort Concho joins the show to talk about 46 years worth of the Frontier Days. All this plus more. I'm Matt Trammell, and this is Live. But first, the Concho Valley Regional Food Bank needs your help. Join the food bank in fighting hunger and feeding hope during San Angelo Gives. Every dollar you give will equal 8 meals. Be a hunger hero today by ensuring that no one in the Concho Valley goes to bed hungry. Reach the food bank today at ConchoValleyFoodBank.org, or of course, catch them on San Angelo Gives on May 2nd. We'll start things off with news about what happened this afternoon on the Houston Heart. Our tip line blew up and we got to the bottom of it. San Angelo police were diverting traffic off the loop at Central High School exit and were keeping vehicles off the bridges over Bryant and Chadburn. This caused a massive backup at the light on 6th and Bryant. San Angelo Police's Public Information Officer Richard Espinosa told us in an email that the police had received calls about a substantial amount of building material that had been dumped in one of the lanes. Officers were diverting traffic while the mess was cleaned up. The closure did not last long, and luckily no crashes were reported. This story came thanks to our tip line. If you've got a story that needs to be covered, call us at 325-340-1238. The Loop was not the only road making headlines today either. Everyone still wants to know about updates on College Hills, and we've got some good news for you. The section that crews have been working on for the past year is almost done. The east side of the road is now being paved. This means once it's paved, drivers will flip and go to the other side. This project began last May. Then there was a 30-month timetable. We're not sure if that date will hold up, but crews are moving as fast as possible. Of course, in court today, a convicted thief was indicted for stealing a ratchet set from Grogan's Farm and Ranch. Jesse Clinton Scott was indicted by a Tom Green County grand jury for theft of property with 2 previous convictions after he allegedly stole a Milwaukee ratchet set from the feed store. In January of this year, officers met with an employee who stated that Scott entered the store, picked up the tool set, concealed it in his clothes, and exited the door without even paying for it. Investigators viewed security footage that confirmed that what the employee stated. A warrant was issued for Scott on March 8th. He was arrested and is currently still in the Tom Green County Detention Facility on that charge. And of course, it wouldn't be San Angelo Live if we didn't mention that Devil's Lettuce Day is the worldwide holiday for that is known as 420, but we're in Texas, so no celebrating, right? Actually, what if I told you you could celebrate without going to jail? Well, pretty much at any smoke shop in town, you can get Delta 8, 9, 10, THC, A, B, C, D, you name it. Look, I'm no expert, but if you feel the urge to blow down, do it right. If not, we'll see you on the booking report in the morning. And finally, the family of Ozona met face-to-face with head of Homeland Security this afternoon. James Bellini has the full story, but first, San Angelo Gives is coming up on May 2nd. With that, the Bishop Street Recovery Ranch is asking for your help. The Bishop Street Recovery Ranch is a transitional home for men where the love of Christ changes one man at a time. To contact them, call the ranch at 325-374-0413, or of course, look for them on May 2nd during San Angelo Gives. And now here's James Bellini with the biggest story of the day.
Yesterday, Texas Congressman and San Angelo's own August Pfluger made Secretary of State Alejandro Mayorkas apologize to the Tambunga family during a subcommittee hearing. As we've already reported on, March 13th, a DPS trooper was trying to stop Rasheen Comer, who was speeding through Ozona, Texas. During the chase, he collided with and killed Amelia and Maria Tambunga. The grandmother and 7-year-old granddaughter were on their way to get ice cream when the crash occurred. During the chase, Comer began live streaming himself driving at over 100 miles an hour, evading law enforcement. Then, at the intersection under the interstate, the collision occurred that killed the 2 members of the Tembunga family and 2 other people, as it was discovered that Comer was a human trafficker and he had 11 illegal aliens in his truck. While giving his speech, Pfluger revealed that the Tembungas were there in the meeting and were actually sitting behind Mayorkas. Pfluger said they wanted answers and that they were there due to the failures of Mayorkas. Then Pfluger simply asked him if he would apologize to the family. Let's watch.
Most importantly, Mr. Secretary, the Tembunga family is here today. Emilio, Maria's husband, and Emilio's grandfather, Elisa, Maria's daughter, and Emilia's mother, and Virginia, Maria's daughter, and Emilia's aunt. They're sitting right behind you. They came here today because they want answers. They came here today because of the failures of you and your leadership. They came here because they want closure. They deserve answers. Mr. Mayorkas, will you turn around and offer them your condolences and an apology for the failure of your administration that led to the death of their loved ones? They're right there. They're standing right there.
Congressman.
Mr. Secretary, they're standing there, and I think they deserve an apology from you.
Congressman, Mr. Chairman, may I stand and turn?
Certainly.
Our heart breaks for your loss. Our heart breaks for the loss of all victims of criminal activity.
It is a failure of the policies that have allowed hundreds of thousands of families to go through this grief.
The border is a problem, and every day coyotes are caught smuggling individuals. This fatal crash happened in the Concho Valley. This hits close to home, and because of that, it is the biggest story of the day.
We all know it's super hard to find super duties. They are few and far between. But right now, you can actually find a great selection at Jim Bass. And it's perfect because it's Truck Month. So why not take advantage of the Ford factory incentives and our great selections and make it the place to buy your next truck. Jim Bass Cars and Trucks, Houston Hardin Road, or 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
The Central Bobcats and Lady Cats track teams head to Odessa tomorrow to run in the area track meet. Both teams are sending multiple athletes for several events. The Bobcats relay teams are exceptionally talented and have a good chance to make the regional meet in Arlington next week. In other sports news, the #1 ranked Angelo State baseball team hosts its final regular season home series over the weekend against St. Edwards. A free fireworks show is scheduled for everyone in attendance following the conclusion of the game on Friday. The event will be held at Foster Field Friday evening with first pitch at 6:30 p.m. For everything sports around the Concho Valley and beyond, be sure to check in every day at sanangelolive.com/sports.
Situated downtown near the Concho River, the recently remodeled Clarion Hotel provides an upscale, convenient location for your next business trip or meeting. All rooms are upgraded for your maximum comfort. The Clarion has a full-service restaurant and bar and serves a hearty hot breakfast every morning. The Clarion has ample meeting space for your next meeting or company get-together, and it's the only hotel just steps away from the McNeese Convention Center. For business or pleasure, we're the upgraded Clarion Hotel.
And welcome back to the show. Joining me today again is Sarah Ross from Fort Concho.
Hi, thank you for having me back again.
We always enjoy having you here because we always learn something.
True.
And it means there's something really neat going on out at the fort.
We have a couple of things. Are you ready for this?
What's starting tonight? I mean, there's something going on tonight, and then, of course, a big day on Saturday.
Yeah, so the Buffalo Soldiers history, we've been celebrating it quite a bit lately.
Mm-hmm.
We have some really big plans. We're working with the NAACP.
Yeah.
And also, our curator's been up to something. He created the largest Buffalo Soldier exhibit. And it's starting display tonight at the Meyer Museum from 5 to 6:30, and then it's going to be running, and you can go see it at any time till August.
Okay.
But it gets better. After August, it's going to be at Fort Concho as a permanent display.
As a permanent display, and the largest collection of Buffalo Soldier stuff.
It has everything in there. They're going to have a coat of a chaplain that he actually wore, and there's so much to his story. I'll have to tell it someday.
Okay.
There's going to be a little cartridge box, like just knickknacks. They actually have a replica of Benjamin Grierson's sack coat that was worn in the 90s in a movie, in the Buffalo Soldier movie. And then it's just going to be going over the history of the Buffalo Soldiers, what it was like, what they were wearing, and how their story was unique to the Western frontier. And it all ties back to San Angelo.
And all those great artifacts are at the Mayor Museum on the ASU campus.
Yes.
Starting tonight.
And it'll be going till August, and then it'll be moving to Fort Concho.
And we were talking earlier, now there's some guys on horseback with sabers out there making all kinds of noise right now.
Yeah, we have almost 50 riders right now at Fort Concho, and they are competing in the regional cavalry competition. It's the largest regional cavalry competition we've hosted. The only time we've had a larger one was the Nationals. A few years back, we had like 80 horses. We have 50 horses on the field right now.
That has got to be an impressive sight.
This morning they all got together and they were riding along, and it was just so cool to see. They all lined up together. They were getting ready for the competition. They did their morning prayer, then they went out and they started riding. This afternoon they're doing jumps. So you have to show that you can jump with your horse. I don't know if you've ever had a horse refuse. It's not fun. And yeah, they'll be going all the way into this weekend. Tomorrow is going to be where they're bringing out the carbines. They're going to have to shoot next to their horse, show their horse they won't spook. They're going to have to use a saber and pop balloons while running on their horse. They're going to be showing that they have the skills that it takes to ride and also be in the cavalry.
That's all of those cavalry skills on display at Fort Concho.
Yeah.
It's free to go see it.
It is. You honestly, I'd recommend bringing a lawn chair. There's all the area around the arena. We have the barracks if you want to get out of the sun. And we have Fort Hood here this year. We have Fort Irwin, Fort Huachuca, and Fort Carson, along with living historians.
That's just amazing that we are lucky enough to have that caliber at Fort Concho here this weekend.
Yeah.
And Saturday's the big day.
Saturday's the big day. We have Frontier Day coming up.
Now that kicks off with one of my favorite things, which would be pancakes.
Absolutely. The Lions Club's going to be doing their pancakes, which is a classic. You can come out and buy pancakes. You don't have to buy a pancake breakfast to come out to Frontier Day. But it's a day celebrating agriculture. We start up at 7:30 a.m. and we go till about noon. And all of the porches are going to be filled with different exhibits. We'll have one that talks about the native plants in our area. San Angelo State Park's going to be out. And I'll be an OQ6 dressed as a 19th century lady discussing how cooking in the 19th century was not as pleasant as today.
No microwaves.
No microwaves. No. And no electric blenders.
Ooh, that would make it tough. And nothing prepackaged just to open and pour in a bowl.
No, you had to pull the feathers.
Oh, no. So Frontier Day, it's been going on about 46 years.
Yeah, give or take. It's been a while.
And so it's we were talking earlier, maybe the second largest thing at Fort Concho, event at Fort Concho, next to, of course, Christmas at Fort Concho.
Yeah. And what makes the past couple of years even cooler with Frontier Day, we've added the cavalry competition in with Frontier Day. And the cavalry throughout the morning are just going to be showing off their different skills. Like, for instance, Fort Carson, Fort Hood, they're all riding around back home and they're practicing these routines. And now they're going to show them to the public. And then at one point, they're all going to line up in front of headquarters and they're all going to lead a saber charge. And the ground shakes a little. And it is the most impressive thing I've ever seen.
That's just going to be cool. There's no other way to say it. That's going to be something you need to see.
Absolutely. There's never a dull day at the fort.
Well, I'm glad it's there. I'm glad that you're going to put on all this for us. And everybody needs to come out early and stay late.
Yeah, absolutely. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day for the cavalry competition. And then on Saturday, there's something to do all the way till 5 p.m.
Fantastic. Did I forget anything? Leave anything out?
I think we've covered it all.
Okay, Sarah. Thanks for coming. We always enjoy you here on the show.
Thank you for having me again.
All right. And we'll go back to you guys.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Concho's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Concho's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Concho stands by his work and offers free consultations including estate jewelry, Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Connos at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo. Thank you, Yantis. Thank you, Sarah. Guys, make sure you go out there to Fort Concho this weekend. You won't find anything else in the state of Texas that you will find at Fort Concho during their Frontier Days. And, of course, breakfast, free pancake breakfast in the morning on Saturday. How much better can you get? This is Live Daily News. We're here at the afternoon slot giving you all the news from the day and, of course, an interesting interview to help you learn a thing or two. I'm Matt Trammell for everybody here at San Angelo Live. We'll see you guys.